Tonight we ask, is it true that there's no business like show business?
Are those stars who invade your living room almost every night of the week really the great, big, warm, wonderful human beings that they make themselves out to be? Well, one who's had a tough time of it and most certainly had to run her own race is singer Dorothy Squires.
Our next guest has also run her career with scant regard for the tender susceptibilities of the image makers. And by the way, a couple of those image makers will be appearing later on the show with something to say to Dorothy, I imagine. Put her on the Brains Trust or even her own chat show, and she will argue with the best of them. Put her among her fellow show business colleagues, and she can gush like an oil well. I wonder why you bother, Adrienne Corri.
Well, I think you've rather almost stopped me in full track.
I doubt that.
I don't really think that what Dorothy says is correct. I mean, I quite frankly think the idea of, you know, no business like show business and all that is rather sickening. I don't think any actor or any artist really actually loves the audience. I think they have a feeling of power about the audience. I watched Judy Garland once rehearse, and she got to the bit with, you know, the lights go down and the spot comes up and the tears come down the face and, you know, it's over the rainbow, and somebody played a wrong note in the orchestra, and suddenly iron hit her and she said, "Come on, come on, come on, have you all got 2 left feet down there?" she said. And then they got the orchestra right again and the tears poured again, and it was a bit sick-making. Oh, come off it, Dorothy, really,
oh,
you
really,
know.
Adrienne, now come off it, you.
You know,
just
let's
one at a time, girls.
face it. Let's face
No.
it, what people are in this
No.
business for is a power complex. We're all nuts anyhow. In any
You
other
may be, I'm not.
In any other reasonable walk of life, to dress up, paint your face and pretend to be somebody else, you'd be locked up, love. I mean, here we manage to actually make not only a good living, you have horses. I mean, you know, it's lovely for you. I mean,
Just a minute. Lovely? You've got to be joking. When I do the Palladium, I have to rehearse 8 weeks, 28 songs I did there. There's nothing in the world, don't you dare say that an orchestra or something plays a wrong note. Certainly they play a wrong note. A violin drops his bow. So and so and so. Don't you dare say that Garland ever got up and cried. No, damn it, I won't have
Jesus Christ.
No, now just a minute. No, I do not agree with you. The greatest thrill in the world, if I can make an audience laugh, and if I can make an audience cry, that's what it's all about.
Can I try a question here? Because in fact, I think in a sense you are.
No, we're not talking about the same thing. You're about to say we are and we're not.
You are saying what she was saying in the sense that she was saying that you enjoy the power over the audience. And if you say make them laugh.
May I say, Lou, I'm amazed sometimes at the power. I'm very fortunate to have a power over an audience. And it frightens me sometimes, Lou. But for her to say it's phony, God damn it, that's not phony. I said the totally
frighten you. Wait a moment. Doesn't it frighten you because you think that next time you may not have that power? That next time they may not be applauding?
I will have my power until I die.
There you are, you see? Thank you, Dorothy.
No.
Audience, Dorothy.
No, it's not the power I love. It is something that frightens me sometimes.
Ella, what do you think it is? Some sort of supernatural thing? It's not at all.
Yes, if you like to say that.
Rubbish. It's an oversized ego.
It is not an oversized ego. I will not say that.
It's an oversized ego.
That's a lot of balls.
Of course it is. It's an oversized ego which we haven't been able to work out in other ways. We have no talents and we can't type.
That would do just for a minute. Adrienne. I mean, you've done
Hang
nothing.
on a minute,
You've done nothing but knock the profession. You've done nothing but knock the profession which you're in.
Just a minute. Let me tell you something. Please forgive me for this. There's a slight difference, and this is mercenary, I would say. Don't you say it's a power? It's a great. How shall I say? I am grateful if I can entertain them. But there's a little difference in your earning capacity and mine.
May I just say one thing? That
I doubt it.
When an audience, I'll try. When an audience likes you, you say, what a great audience.
No,
when they
I
hate
always
you,
say
when they hate you, you usually hear actors or
They never hate
singers
me.
say, What a lousy audience. But they never attribute it to themselves. Now, this is something that, I mean, you must have had times when the audience has not been what is known as so good
No,
as
I've
other
never known
times.
those times.
Well, then you are bloody lucky, dear.
I
because
am
we
lucky.
all have.
Then I am
Jesus.
lucky. In the first place, it isn't fair. It isn't fair to draw a comparison. We are not synonymous with each other.
I'm
You're
not
on the straight
comparing
side.
you.
I'm on the other side.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm comparing you with people I've seen. All right, Barbara Streisand, Judy Garland.
Then you
Judy
haven't
was a
seen
friend
my
of mine.
concerts.
Do you know I haven't?
I thought you were lost
I've
forever.
never seen you once in my life, which I'm very sad about. But there you are, and I'm sure you're marvelous.
Then you must. Yeah, I am marvelous.
But the whole thing is
may I say
this.
no? I'm not. I am marvelous. I'm only as good as the audience make me. May I say?
Yes, but
And
what
don't say
you're
balls to
doing
that,
is you're
'cause I
doing
won't
the
have it.
seal and the ball on the nose act, love. You're just really balancing. You haven't said anything that doesn't really go against the power complex, Dorothy, and that's what you have. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Do you not have it? Do you not have a power
Oh,
complex? in your-
yes, I know it perfectly well. If I've got an audience listening, and especially if you do a tragedy or something like that and they're crying, you think, whoopee, oh, look at that one, how silly.
Oh, how
Yes,
dare
yeah.
you say that?
I
You should
can't
never be in
help it.
business
I'm
then.
being honest. I'm
You
sorry
should never
about
be
that.
in show business. Damn it, you
if they-
shouldn't be in show business.
Why not?
Because you shouldn't be in show business. Then
You mean
you're
I
a phony.
shouldn't come on
Then
to
you're
a
allowed to be
program
phony if
like
you
this
say that.
Isn't
and
it a phony
say what
business,
really
though,
happened?
No, it's not a phony business. It's not a phony business. It's only phony by the guys that run it. It
How
is
do we
not
judge?
phony.
May I ask
Yes,
one
why
thing?
not?
How are we judging phony? I mean,
You're
if
a
we
phony,
no,
may I
wait.
say?
If one gives without the feeling and all that love and God knows what you have in your heart for the audience, if you give entertainment,
What do you mean, God knows
wait a
what?
minute. If you're giving entertainment, are you not just fulfilling it just as well as, say, an actress who can do her laundry list in her head while also making the audience cry? Entertainment is what happens to the audience,
Then you
not
shouldn't
you.
be in show
The hell
Then
with
you
it.
shouldn't be in show business. I'm sorry.
I
May
shall be
say
in it
this?
for
Just a
years.
minute. You have had a director. Hang on. You play a scene. A director directs you, right? I play a scene.
He tries.
Well, then this is why you are what you are. But I mean, with all due respect.
And Dorothy, may I pay the same compliment to you?
Absolutely. But may I say, when you think you have a 40-piece orchestra with great arrangements, you have a director directing you. I don't. You probably have about 7 or 8 people
But
in the
wouldn't you
scene.
get awfully cross if somebody did play a wrong note in the middle of one of those
They
arrangements?
have done. This is show business. They have done. I've been in the middle of a tape on a recording session live at the Palladium, and a violinist has dropped his bow. That is show business.
Oh,
But when you
come
say-
off it. That's just sloppy. I mean, really, a violinist,
not sloppy.
he'd been out for an
These are
8-beer
no.
rest. You know perfectly
Can I-
well what orchestra's calling.
I
I've
say-
been in a musical, Dorothy, and I remember once a scene went a little bit faster than it had gone before, and the orchestra hadn't come back into the pit, and they said to us afterwards, in a very hurt way, but that's an 8-beer rest we have there usually, and you took it in 6, and that was
Yes,
it.
just a minute. In
You
my
know.
case, they wouldn't have been having a drink. They wouldn't have left the orchestra
Dorothy,
pit.
can I ask you a question? Is the profession always as bitchy as this, or are you two just special?
No, may I say, Lou? Just a minute, Lou.
I think we just have
Just a
opposing
minute.
points of view.
May I say, Lou? I admire Adrienne Corri very much. I have in her past press, but I think she's a little screwed up on this. I really do, because in the first place, I've never known. I'm livid in temper. Because show business, I owe a great deal to. So does she, I'm afraid.
Come off it. I mean, anybody owes to their job a great deal, yes, but we give
How
to it.
can you say that?
Well, look,
can
you're
you?
behaving as if it's some goddamn dedication. You're in it for the horses and the money. I'm in it for the money too.
I am
Yes,
not.
I am. Well, I am.
I'm not in it for the
I'd be
horses
very
and the
livid
money.
if somebody wasn't paying me tonight or any other
I
night.
don't need it for the horses and the money. I have no other collateral. But what I'm telling
well,
you is,
you're lucky.
may
I
say,
haven't. I have to earn my living.
Wouldn't you, for instance, wouldn't you give your right arm, may I say, for a right arm to have a role in a movie. Now, I'm not a movie actress. I'm just a lousy singer. But may I say this? Wouldn't you give your right arm, and you wouldn't be half as cynical, Adrienne Corri, if you had a part that you were nominated for the Academy Award? Wouldn't that mean anything to you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a supporting Oscar. I did not know about it for a year, and the box arrived and lay there until I opened the box. I found this rather nasty thing.
Didn't it mean anything to you?
Not a thing, and you can peel off that gold with your fingernail if you try.
Then
and
I'm
that's show
very
business,
sorry for
dear.
you. Then I'm very sorry
Thank you
for
very
you.
much. We both go to neutral corners. That, I think, was a draw. Certainly I'm not going to referee it. Now, what happens next? We've dropped something. Now, everyone has to start somewhere when they set out on the road to stardom. Some have fond memories of Scunthorpe Rep. Others even more tender thoughts of playing the piano in some cosy little bar in Sauchiehall Street. And we know that when they step out on the great stage at Madison Square Garden, Instant Sunshine will pause to wipe away a nostalgic tear for those happy days on Take Two. Won't you, Instant Sunshine?
Say that show business extends beyond Take Two. I'm just amazed. This really is wonderful. We have hundreds of letters every week asking us if our performances live